Wow, 2 years since we joined forces through the acquisition of Bedrock Petroleum.
So it's been 2 years since the acquisition of Bedrock, and I thought I'd take a minute and give you some history on Bedrock and why we were formed. The company was started in October of 2011.
Really, it was a group of guys that had a vision to bring service back into the consulting industry.
We started with one office and 4 guys working different regions in the U.S. upstream market.
And built it up from the ground up, really, through our relationships in offices and a lot of field visits and being on locations and rigs and frac locations and building relationships with our consultants.
We grew from no work to having 195 MSAs and over 950 consultants working by the end of October of 2018.
It's been quite an adventure, a challenge, a journey, but also very rewarding to see the growth throughout the six and a half years that I've been with the company.
My favorite thing about Bedrock is the culture itself. I think just a couple of years ago when we met, I met them as coworkers, and now just a couple of years later, it just feels like we're family.
When we had the opportunity to mesh with NES and be acquired, it seemed like a great fit because we're generally in the lower 48 upstream operations. NES has a large global presence that we've never been able to offer, and so for all of our consultants that were wanting to have the opportunity to go internationally, now we have the reach and the parent company in NES to do that.
Merging with NES, we really felt like it was a good fit for Bedrock. We were looking to expand, and we really felt like NES was going to help our company expand the way that we wanted to.
So it's been a huge selling point for us, and we had an amazing start of Bedrock and building the company, and I feel that moving forward with NES, we're going to build it even more and grow it even more.
So it's 2 years on since the Bedrock team joined the business, the core NES business, and we've strengthened our position really in terms of being the #1 engineering technical talent provider across the US.
What a 2 years that has been. It's been absolutely fantastic, and as I reflect on it now and thinking back to the early discussions back in the summer of 2018, NES were very keen to increase our presence in the onshore upstream market.
Diversification continues to be a key driver for us across the business, and the addition of Bedrock 2 years ago was part of that strategy. The onshore sector was a key target market for us, and the acquisition of Bedrock gave us immediate access to that in terms of 250 plus MSAs, and also adding 950 active consultants at peak across the US.
We spoke to various different companies, but when we spoke to Bedrock, what was very apparent very quickly was that the strength of the organisation in terms of the people, the service offering, the culture of the organisation, the work ethic of everybody, and the core values meant there was always going to be a great opportunity and a great fit for the NES business. And in reflection of the last 2 years, that has been absolutely correct from minute one. It's a real testament to the people as to what we've achieved in that 2-year period.
Obviously, with any transition, you're going to face some challenges as you're learning to navigate the day-to-day tasks together. But I think we've all really adapted and learned to work well with each other to successfully onboard our contractors.
I think the integration's gone very well. Clearly, the development of that team has been excellent, and clearly very dedicated, driven, and cared about the business, and all of whom knew and those that transitioned into the business provide a first-class service to both consultants and clients alike.
When I joined, I was quickly fascinated by the culture that Bedrock has. It's not just your day-to-day job, it's not just an assignment. You're not even really part of the team. You're a part of family, and they welcome you with open arms. I cannot be more proud than to be a part of such a fascinating culture that Bedrock has.
I think one of my favorite things as well is that you will hear them on the phone with someone who they just met, and then you'll hear them again just a couple of weeks later, and I'm like, who is that? It sounds like it's your best friend. And I think just in general, I've come to find out that, you know, they treat their consultants on a very personal level. They really care about everyone that they meet and their needs. And you know, just merging the two brands together, I think that's something that's been very special to me and very important, is to make sure we carry on the Bedrock culture.
We're a more efficient business now. We've got a great offering to our clients and our contractors, and we now are in a position where, despite the challenges of the last 2 years within the oil industry and the COVID-19 pandemic, we're actually in a stronger market share position than we were 2 years ago.
I really appreciate everything NES has done for us and allow us the opportunity to grow and build with y'all.
Congratulations to everyone on the team. I think what you've achieved in the past 2 years has been fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how we progress the business across the next few years. Thank you.
And a big thanks goes to all staff involved, from the sales staff that are operating on a daily basis, talking to all of our key people within the market, all of our support functions that have worked so diligently to ensure that efficiencies within the business over the last 2 years. It's been fantastic to see. It really has. And as we now come out of what has been some of the most challenging periods within the oil and gas industry over recent times, we are stronger. We are now growing month on month, and I think what we can achieve in the future knows no bounds really, which is really exciting. You know, so as I say, you know, congratulations to everybody involved. Thank you again to everybody involved in what has been a remarkable journey so far, with lots still to do. It's great to see. Thanks.
I have no doubt that as we continue to grow together, that this brand will be the best in the business. But all that said, I hope everyone is doing well. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Happy anniversary, Bedrock, and I wish you many, many more.